Testing, testing.
Test, test, test.
Test, test, test.
Welcome back to Cornerstone Christian Academy. I am Andrew Hall alongside my partner Evan Walker for Game on Alabama. We are here now for a contest between the Chargers of Cornerstone against the Snook Christian Academy Eagles, all the way from Foley, Evan. So a long trip they've come up here to play a game. We have another beautiful night in the mid-70s, a little muggy maybe. The Chargers have celebrated their senior class with the athletes in the senior class for this fall semester. So got a good crowd here and a little excitement with that senior night, I guess if they call it. Snook is going to kick off to Cornerstone. We saw them warming up with a little bit of a unique formation with two kickers. The kickoff rolls to the 30. Adams picks it up. He runs. He's going to get across the 50 and fall all the way to the 45-yard line. So great field position for Cornerstone as they start out at the 45 of Snook.
They announced Warren Goodwin there for wearing number 59. Maybe a number change for Goodwin tonight. Yeah, we saw Snook pregame. They do this unique run two kickers at the ball, and you're not sure which guy is going to kick it. Cornerstone handled that one just fine.
Something to note, Thomas Kleckler out of this game, injured his shoulder last game. Zeke Adams in an empty backfield, takes a snap. He looks left. Snook's got a lot of pressure. Adams got a little bit of room. Adams is brought down, gains about 1 yard. Good penetration there by the Eagles' defensive line.
Pretty impressed with Adams right there, able to make something from nothing. Looked like he was going to take a loss. It was a lot of pressure coming from Snook, and he's able to juke a guy and get back across the line of scrimmage, turn it into a positive. Lots of pre-snap motion by Cornerstone so far tonight.
Adams again in an empty backfield. Takes a snap, he rolls to the left. Snook again getting pressure. He throws, but it's batted down by number 72 for the Eagles, Kyle Votaw. So in the early going, the defensive line for the Eagles have shown up with a lot of pressure.
Cornerstone so far is struggling to stop Snook's defensive line. I thought that was going to develop into a screen there. It looked like they held him up for a moment, and then you saw the pressure come through sort of all at once. Typically you see a screen on that, but nothing doing for Adams.
Snook does have size on defense, and they are using it to their advantage. Adams again takes a snap in the shotgun. He throws, and there is nobody home. A miscommunication there. I believe the intended receiver was DJ Jones. They're going to ask a lot out of Jones tonight with Kleckler being out. DJ Jones is the playmaker on the outside.
Saw so many guys banged up, injured last week. It kind of makes you wonder who's 100% this week and what we're going to see from these guys.
Warren Goodwin back to punt. It's a high snap. It goes over Goodwin's head. He picks it up. He's going to go ahead and kick it. A nice play there by Goodwin just to get it off. Cornerstone's going to touch it at the 25-yard line. So could have been a disaster there. Goodwin made a nice play to get the kickoff.
Absolutely, yeah. Nice presence of mind just to just to be able to get the kick off. You could tell he sort of wanted to jump on the ball, just fall on it, typically what you're coached to do, but he realized he had just a small window there to get it off, and he's able to get the line drive kick. Snook taking over on the 25.
So a 19-yard punt, it looks like, but could have been much worse, as we said. Snook's quarterback takes it, but Cornerstone gets a lot of pressure there. Number 56 bringing him down. That's Justice Adams, the senior, here on senior night with a sack to start the game.
Anytime you can start your defensive play with a sack, pretty pleased with that result. Cornerstone, that play looked a lot like Cornerstone's drive. The pressure right up the middle, the line of scrimmage just not able to hold up for Snook there.
2nd and 15 for the Eagles. Corbin Hall, a sophomore, the quarterback for the Eagles. Snap goes down. Cornerstone fighting for it. And Cornerstone recovers. So a tough snap. Hall just sort of tapped it with his hand just to knock it down. And Cornerstone with the first turnover of the game and going to have excellent field position here.
Recovery made there by number 68, Landon Alexander, as freshman. Big play for him. Chargers taking over inside the Snook 20 now.
Hand off to DJ Jones. He's got a big hole. He makes a cut, a man miss, and a touchdown. So the Cornerstone Chargers start off the first drive tonight with a touchdown. 6 points on the board after the turnover by the Eagles.
Great job by Cornerstone there. So far tonight, had a couple near misses, able to avoid disaster on a couple of plays, and when Snook made their mistake, Cornerstone able to make them pay.
So the Chargers, who were shut out last week by Crenshaw, the defending state champions, gets on the board early. 9:38 left in the first quarter. A touchdown by G.J. Jones running the ball starts us off. Zeke Adams with a hold. Goodwin kicks it. It is up. It is good. 7 points now for Cornerstone.
Fantastic. Glad to see these guys get back on the board. You know, after you have a game like they had last week where the other team seemingly scoring at will and you're not able to put points on the board, it gets in your head a little bit. Nice to score early. Kind of get the monkey off your back.
Snook comes in at 0-3. They've had a tough time scoring as well. I believe their closest game has been about a 35-point loss, and that was their closest game, if I recall. So they've had a tough time scoring.
Cornerstone like to see that trend continue tonight.
Always nice to get a W on senior night. Cornerstone sort of huddling up. Let's see what Goodwin wants to do here as he tees it up, ready to kick it off. Goodwin kicks it over the first line. Goes to about the 40-yard line. Chase Bohm, the senior for Snook, sort of muffed it out of bounds, but it's going to be good field position for the Eagles.
You could tell Cornerstone was dialing something up there, sort of an uneven set, 6 guys to one side, and they're telling their guys before the kick, hey, you better get there, you better get there. So kind of wondered if we might see an onside kick. Thought we might see it out of Snook to start the game. We saw them practice that pregame, but not so far.
Hall in the backfield with number 21 back with him. He fumbles a snap again, but Hall's going to take off to the right. He's got a room if he can beat That's going to be a flag. I'm guessing that that's going to be a horse collar on Justice Adams.
Yeah, tough situation there for Adams. It's make the tackle any way you can at that point, or he's off to the races. So he drags him down from behind by the collar, and hey, you'll take that penalty if it prevents a score. Live to fight another down. Cornerstone got good pressure that time. It was just fortuitous play call by Snook. The play went away from the blitz, and nobody on the backside to pick him up.
Well, you're right, Evan. If you know, you'll give up a few yards, but Hall had a lot more if he was going to get past the tackler. This time he takes it to the left side and gets it to the 45 of Cornerstone. They're getting a lot of pressure in the backfield, and Corbin Hall's just taking off.
Got a Snook player down. Looks like number 57, Sam French, down. Big hit that time by number 68, Landon Alexander from Cornerstone.
As they check on the injured player, we will break away. 9:06 left in the first, 7-0 Cornerstone. Welcome back to Columbiana at the Cornerstone Christian Academy. Sam French being helped off the field with a leg injury, it appears. We're getting set to continue this drive. Cornerstone scored a touchdown early, got a turnover, great field position, and they capitalized with a DJ Jones touchdown. 9:06 left in the first quarter.
It's going to be Snook's first trip into Cornerstone's half of the field. See what they're able to do with it here.
Cornerstone getting good pressure on the quarterback, but the quarterback's made some things happen with his legs, running both to the right and left. This time they rush 4. They're going to hand it off to number 21, who I don't have on my roster. He's going to pick up about 2 yards, and that will bring up 3rd down and about 6.
I'm not showing number 21 on my roster either, but big kid. That's a load there. Snook maybe looking to pound the ball a little bit. So far, they haven't been able to make it to the corner of the defense.
Yeah, he's bigger than some of the linemen that they have on the line. He is a big kid. Hall takes a snap. This time it's a run to the right. He's got a hole. He's got a lot of green, too. He's running. He's to the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Snook. What a hole. A nice run by Corbin Hall for the touchdown to put Snook on the board. 7-6 now here at Cornerstone.
Nice run by Hall there. Ball moving to the right, and the Cornerstone defense just overran the play just a little bit. When Hall makes his cut back, there's nobody there to pick him up, and it's off to the races.
Really good vision by Hall to see that hole back to the left, and he hit it, and you saw his open field speed. He can move.
Yeah, he definitely took off there. I thought a Cornerstone defender may have a shot at him, but once he turned it on, he opened up a little gap, and that was it. Got number 20, Robert Dunn, back to kick the extra point now.
Snap, hold, Cornerstone gets a lot of penetration. It's going to be a fake. Hall throws, and he is going to trap it right at the goal line. A lot of pressure. So Snook goes with a fake field goal, tries to get 2 points to take the lead. It is close but unsuccessful. So they're going to stick at 6 with Cornerstone leading by 1.
Couldn't tell there if that was just maybe a botched snap and he had no choice but to pull up and try to throw it, or if that was a design play all the way. Either way, nearly paid off. Just couldn't get his hands under the ball and end up trapping it just inside the goal line.
Looked like a couple of receivers were there to the left side of the end zone. He threw it just hoping to make something happen. As we've seen so far this year, you going for it on 4th down or going for 2, a frequent occurrence here in AISA 1A ball. This is going to be a little kick, and they try to be sneaky, maybe and go onside kick, but it only goes 8 yards. So they're going to down it at the 48-yard line. There's a flag, of course, since it didn't travel 10 yards. So the Eagles going to begin their drive. Excuse me, the Chargers going to begin their drive in Eagle territory.
Yeah, really fortunate for Cornerstone there. I think they've been on the lookout for the onside just as we were. Maybe they saw the same thing pregame, but although there's a flag, it looks like they're taking over at the Snook 40, 48.
As opposed to the first few plays of the game, this is not an empty backfield. They have 3 back there. DJ Jones again has room. He gets to the 45 to the 30. Corbin Hall misses the tackle. DJ Jones with an outstanding run, and he's going to cap it off with his 2nd touchdown of the night. DJ Jones putting on a show with that run.
Yeah, what an answer. Jones comes back and wants to send the message there. He's got some moves too. He makes a couple of guys miss, and Snook not able to catch up with him.
Cornerstone loading the line of scrimmage. There were no receivers that I saw. There were 3 backs in the backfield with Adams. They handed off to Jones, and he made a fantastic run. I believe the juke to make Corbin Hall miss him was the highlight of that run. It looked like Corbin Hall had a good angle on him. He juked back to the left. Hall misses the tackle, dives full out, didn't even touch him. And DJ Jones goes along the right sideline. So 2 touchdowns for DJ Jones here on senior night. The Eagles now will attempt the extra point, and the kick is up. It is good. Chargers now stand at 14 with the 2 touchdowns by DJ Jones, up 14-6.
Nice to answer that big play from Snook there. Cornerstone coming back and just immediately opening the lead back up.
Maybe outside of the hook and lateral we saw last week called back by penalty, that was probably the most exciting play that we've seen here at home this season. DJ Jones, outstanding quickness and versatility out of the backfield. Normally, he lines up wide at wide receiver, but with Kleckler down, need a playmaker, and they gave it to Jones, and he made an outstanding run, a 48-yard touchdown.
Sure, we may see them ask him to do several different things, sort of atypical of his role in the offense, but man, what an athletic move there. He that cut back. He gets almost a little airborne, makes the guy miss him, and takes off down the sideline.
Goodwin with the new number this week. He kicks it, and it is going to roll to about the 46 and then back to the 43.
That's not what you're looking for on that, obviously. Cornerstone dialing up their own onside kick, try to catch Snook asleep at the wheel there, maybe catch him off guard, and that ball's shaped funny, and sometimes it does funny things. It started out, didn't look like a bad kick initially, but ball turns up on edge and actually rolls backwards there.
Actually going to spot it on the 43. The Eagles in the white, Chargers in the purple. Snap goes to Hall. He's going to run up the middle this time, but he is grabbed by a couple of different Chargers meeting at the ball. He's going to get a couple yards, but that's about it. Good job there by Justice Adams, involved in the tackle.
Looked there like Hall maybe wanted to hand that ball off, and he and his back weren't on the same page. Hall smartly just pulls it down and gets what he can right up the middle. Make a couple of yards out of it.
So we'll call it 2nd and 9, a short 9. Cornerstone showing pressure. I think they're going to get him for offsides. A little bit too much pressure too early there for Cornerstone. So that's going to be 5 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 4. Oh, excuse me, false start on the offense. I didn't see the movement on the line, but that possibly brought over the defender. So that's going to back him up to the 46-yard line. So instead of 2nd and 4, as I mentioned, we're going to have about 2nd and 14.
Yeah, I didn't see the motion either. It looked like Cornerstone was bringing Adams off the corner, showing blitz, and he nearly stepped into the neutral zone there. Maybe just that pressure. You see a guy flinch and cost Snook 5 yards.
Cornerstone showing pressure again. Linebackers creeping up. Now they back off a little bit, but DJ Jones right there in the middle. And, excuse me, that's not DJ Jones, but DJ Jones comes from the corner. Corbin Hall took a lick, but he kept on going. He's going to get to the 44. Tell you what, that's the 2nd big hit we've seen Hall take.
Couldn't tell who delivered the contact there, but sort of knocked him off his intended path. He's able to stay on his feet and make it to the sideline.
So there's a flag on the play. I didn't see the call, but they're backing Snook up now to their own 46-yard line. So now we've got 2nd and 21.
2nd and 21. You hear Adams, Coach Adams, telling his guys down there, I need pressure. I need pressure. You know, on a 2nd and 21, likely going to be a pass play, and he wants to see his guys pin their ears back and get after the quarterback here.
Hall mostly running the ball. This time he's going to do the same to the right side. DJ Jones couldn't quite get him. Corbin gets contact at the 45 and pushes across to the 46. So 3rd and 19 now for the Eagles.
Nice tackle there. Open field tackle by Noah Schober, number 10. Cornerstone did a great job stringing that out to the sideline, buying time. Looked like Snook's trying to go back to what worked for him earlier, trying to get Corbin out into some open space and use his speed to their advantage. So far, nothing doing for him in the middle.
Five seconds on the play clock. The Eagles coaching staff yelling hurry, and they're going to throw it, but knocked away by number 11. A really nice play there to get back. Lightsey. Incomplete pass.
I tell you, Hall's lucky that's not picked off, because if Lightsey's able to handle that pass, he just sort of batted it down. If he's able to handle that pass, I mean, there's nobody between him and the end zone. Be looking at a pick 6.
I'd be curious to see that one again. It was almost a lateral. It was close.
Right.
Snap back to the punter. He kicks it away. Pretty good punt down the right side. It's going to roll out at the 34-yard line. So Cornerstone's going to take over there. First down, Cornerstone, headed left to right. Both teams so far, Evan, outside of those runs by DJ Jones, especially on the pass plays, obviously, the defense is getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and these teams are going to have to make adjustments and shore up that protection.
Yeah, Andrew, the pass protection has not been what you'd like to see, from either team. Both quarterbacks sort of running for their lives, and so far Cornerstone just able to have more positives than negatives.
Again, with 4 backs in the backfield counting the quarterback. This time they corral DJ Jones after about a 3-yard gain, much better than 48 if you're an Eagles fan.
And Jones' athleticism is just apparent every time he touches the ball. I really like seeing him come out of the backfield.
Yeah, he showed great vision on the 48-yard touchdown earlier. Interesting that Cornerstone went with those empty sets the first drive of the game, the whole drive. And now they're sticking some blockers back there with DJ Jones back at the running back spot. They're going to hand it off to him again. This time he heads left. He cuts up the middle. He's got room again. He's got one man, and they are not going to get him. Maybe number 3 is going to catch up to him. But he sort of just gave up and gave it to him. Touchdown, yeah. DJ Jones. How about number 3 on the night? Number 3 in the first quarter for DJ Jones. Touchdown, Chargers. They take a commanding 20-0 lead.
Yeah, Andrew, I think I was about as surprised as you were there. Speaking of number 3, Tay Lyle looked like he had a chance to catch Jones there, but maybe he just figures he's so close to the goal line anyway, just kind of pulls up, and Jones able to walk in untouched.
I thought DJ Jones was going to get there, but Lyle seemed to have the angle on him. I thought he was going to at least push him out of bounds, but that did not happen, and the Chargers are happy about that. DJ Jones having a career night so far. Kick is low. It's blocked. So it'll stay at 20-6. I think I said 20-0 earlier. My mistake. 4:10 left in the first quarter. The Chargers up 20-6. So if you're just joining us, it's been the DJ Jones Show. 3 touchdowns. He's already over 100 yards on the ground. And we've got 4 minutes left in the first quarter, Evan. Tell you what, I don't know if they would have expected this out of DJ Jones tonight, but it's certainly a welcome sight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's having a great night so far. Right at 63 yards on that one, 48 on the last long run that he had. DJ Jones putting on a show, and you see Coach Adams there just exploiting what he sees as a weakness in the Snook defense. Just line up with blockers in the backfield, give it to Jones, and see what happens. And so far, that's paying off for him.
Goodwin tees it up, getting ready to kick it. He kicks it, and it's going to go out of bounds about the 29-yard line. So a few extra yards will be tacked on.
Cornerstone just opting there to kick the ball across field and not risk having a big return from an athlete able to get in some space.
They're going to place the ball at the 35. First and 10, Snook from their own 35. This time Corbin Hall lined up at receiver. That's number 20 back there at quarterback, Robert Dunn. They bring Hall in motion. They're going to run the option. They do pitch it to Hall. Hall gets leveled at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Justice Adams lights him up. That's hit number 3 on Hall. That's been a big hit.
Yeah, Hall's taken a beating so far, and Adams apparently had pitch man all the way there. Did not bite on the fake at all. He goes straight for Hall, the pitch man, and there's a pretty good lick on him. Hall's got to have some help. He's taking a beating back there. Just not a lot of protection for him tonight. Same setup in the backfield this time.
Hall this time goes in motion to the left. It's a pitch. He makes a man miss with a spin move, but he gets hit again. This time it's going to be for about a 2-yard loss. Nowhere to go for Hall.
Great job out of the defense that time. Gang tackling, 3 or 4 guys. I didn't catch all the numbers there, but 3 or 4 guys in on the tackle. You could tell Coach Smith from Snook, he's just trying to get Hall the ball in space, and so far he's not able to do that. Cornerstone able to shut him down.
Yeah, it looked like Hall was a little wobbly getting up. I don't know that it was a concussion type issue. I think maybe he's just that tired. They've asked a lot of him here so far this game. This time he lines up just beside the quarterback. It's a shovel pass this time to Hall. And he's brought down after about a 3-yard gain. So it's been Corbin Hall one play after the other. You got to ask yourself when fatigue's going to set in. I know it's the first quarter and it's early, but they're calling his number every single play so far.
Yeah, you see him headed to the sideline now, tapping his helmet. He needs some relief. He's got a little bit of a limp there. They've asked him to carry the ball a lot.
So 4th and 11. Snook lined up in punt formation. Robert Dunn back to punt. A low snap that rolls to him. Dunn does get a kickoff. DJ Jones calls for the fair catch. Cornerstone will take over at the 44-yard line.
Nicely executed on both sides there. Hall calmly handles the snap and able to get it off. Jones smartly, in my opinion, takes the fair catch. We'll start from the 44 and see what we get going.
Jones showing a little bit of probably maturity and patience there. He's had a couple big runs, but he knows his team is up 20-6. He's going to fair catch it and give his offense a chance to move the ball down the field. Cornerstone going to stick with that same formation. Adams takes the snap, hands off to DJ Jones. He's got room again. He's going. This might be a touchdown. He's got a corner 23 from Snook chasing him, Brady Long, but it is going to be for naught. DJ Jones. Have you heard this before, Evan? Touchdown Chargers. Number 4 on the night, number 4 in the first quarter for number 4, the senior DJ Jones.
Yeah, DJ Jones showed up to senior night on a mission, it seems like. 56 yards for him there. He's really running up a total at this point. We see Jones come off, catch a breather here for the extra point. He's got to be pleased with his performance so far.
By my very unofficial count, I've got him at 170 yards on the ground so far.
170 and nearly 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's not bad when your yards per carry is in the 40 area.
That's right. Yeah, anytime, I don't care how early it is in the game. If you can say you're on pace for 680 yards
and 16 touchdowns.
Right.
Snap. Adams holds. It's a kick up right through the middle. Nice job there by Warren Goodwin. 27-6, Cornerstone. Not having any trouble moving the ball on the ground. So Cornerstone to kick off for the 4th time after a score. Goodwin, I assume, will tee it up again.
See Jones getting stretched out on the sideline. He's put some miles on those legs tonight. Maybe start to see the heat. Not terribly hot tonight, but a little muggy. Might see some cramp action. Maybe what we're seeing here.
When you're having a career night, last thing you want is just a little injury or a cramp to sort of mess you up. And as we talked about last week with so many Cornerstone players going down with cramps, they just sort of linger.
That's right. Yeah, you definitely don't want to see it early in the game. Late in the game, you can fight through it, but 2 minutes left in the first is not when you want to see somebody getting stretched out. He looks like he's okay, though.
Goodwin rolls it. It bounces off of Snook. Cornerstone's going to grab it. Nice job by Malachi Adams to fall on it. A hard, low kick goes off the chest of one of the Eagles, and a recovery by Cornerstone. Talking about adding insult to injury for the Eagles. Cornerstone's going to take over this time in the Eagle territory at the 49.
Yeah, great job there. Hard, like you said, a hard, almost a ground ball. Snook player centers it up to field it. Ball takes a bounce, hits him in the chest, and Malachi Adams in the right place at the right time. Looks like Coach Lee going to spell DJ Jones this time, give him a breather.
Snook going to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll do the same. 1:49 left in the first quarter. All Cornerstone, 27-6. First down Chargers from their own 49. Looks like the officials want to talk about it a little bit. I think there's a question maybe over the spot. Back judge is counting players.
Cornerstone comes out in that same formation we've seen the last couple of big plays.
This time Adams rolls to the right with play action. He's got a man deep. He throws it. Oh, just underthrown. Number 44, the intended receiver, Jonah Murphy. So the first time that we've seen a play action out of that formation, he had a man open. Adams just left it a little bit short. We've got a Snook player down on the field. We'll take a timeout. 1:40 left in the first. Cornerstone 27, Snook 6. So the injured player, Dallas Wyatt. Play clock down to 13. Referee started the clock, honestly, before the injured player was off the field. They hand the ball off up the middle. There's some room there. A nice run there by number 10, Noah Schober. He's got room. He's going to go to the house. Touchdown, Chargers. Same formation, same play, same green in front of the running back. And Schober this time shows his speed and scores a touchdown.
Yeah, Schober getting it done there. DJ Jones catching a spell on the sidelines, and Schober able to produce the same results. He's letting you know he's got some speed too. But yeah, I really like the play call. Coach Lee dialed up right before that. Same formation we've been seeing on the big plays. Instead, he has Adams roll to the right, throw the pass, had a guy behind the defense, not able to connect, but it just keeps the defense honest and then sets up that long run for Schober.
Extra point is low and blocked, so 33-6 Cornerstone will be our score. Cornerstone having their way with the Eagles on the ground. There have probably been more runs over 40 yards than there have less than 10 for Cornerstone. Big offensive production on the ground.
Yeah, Cornerstone able to break off runs of 40 plus, probably more than Snook can say that they've prevented it. And you know, hey, if you're Coach Lee, why do anything different? Hey, you're getting the production on the ground. We may see them put it in the air just a little bit, but like I said, just to keep the defensive backs honest, keep them from cheating up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be more of the same until Snook proves that they can stop it.
It's a miserable feeling on defense when you know exactly what the offense is running. There's nothing you can do to stop it, particularly when it's a run play and they're getting those kinds of chunks of yardages on each play. Give Cornerstone credit. They're making the blocks, opening up the holes, and they're getting rewarded. Goodwin to kick it off. This time he kicks it off deep. It's going to go over the Eagles' return man. They're going to pick it up at the 10. He runs to the right. How about Warren Goodwin kicking the ball off and getting all the way down inside the 15 to make the tackle. Good hustle there by the senior Warren Goodwin.
Yeah, big-time hustle play by Goodwin. Kicks it off, makes a tackle himself. Nice kick, too. Nice deep kick. Kicks it over the guy's head. Puts him on the 10 when he picks it up.
Robert Dunn, who's been playing quarterback with Hall out, picked the ball up. He got maybe 4 or 5, but Goodwin met him quickly and brought him down. They're going to place the ball at the 16-yard line. Snook looking to get anything going on offense so far. They've been heavy run, but they obviously have not gotten the big play production that Cornerstone has, but they really haven't been able to move the chains at all. Cornerstone's been getting good pressure. They've been meeting the quarterback who's done most of the running close to the line of scrimmage each time. Corbin Hall, the starting quarterback, has been the man. He's been their playmaker. They're trying to get the ball to him every chance they get. He just hasn't had a lot of room to run. We saw him score a touchdown earlier where he showed his speed, and he did have some open field. But since then, Cornerstone shoring up those holes and making good plays on good tackles on defense.
Yeah, Hall had a nice game going early on, but he's really taken a beating. And since then, we've seen Dunn take more of the snaps. They try to keep some of the damage away from Hall maybe and get him the ball in space. Dunn so far getting the same treatment that Hall got, though. Big shot there on the kickoff return. And he's seeing pressure every play. Let's see if Cornerstone's able to keep it up.
Chase Bohm now back at quarterback. He takes a snap. He looks to throw, but Goodwin chases him. So a lot of pressure again. 56, Justice Adams with the tackle, the senior. He's had a couple sacks tonight on senior night.
Yeah, a couple of seniors there getting after the quarterback coming from opposite defensive ends. And Saw Adams show blitz before the play and timed it really well. Snap goes off, and he's across the line in the quarterback's face, able to flush him out of the pocket, and Adams able to track him down from the backside and make the sack.
So 2nd and 21 after the big loss. Cornerstone just dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The snap goes to Bohm. He rolls to the right. He throws. He has a man open out there, but incomplete. The intended receiver, Elijah Crow, just couldn't quite get it in. Probably would have had 5 to 10 yards there, but I would call that a drop.
Yeah, not a bad looking pass by Bohm there. You see Snook trying to avoid the pressure, rolling their guys out just to get away from that rush. So far, they're not able to hold up on the line of scrimmage, give them any time, so they're going to roll them out to the edge and try to buy a little time.
Ball's on the 5-yard line. Bohm takes the snap. He hands off to 21. We don't have his name. He's going to get a couple of yards, but that's about it. It's going to bring up a 4th and very long. They're going to let the clock run out on the first quarter. All Cornerstone tonight, 33-6. We have 4 touchdowns by DJ Jones, 1 by Noah Schober. Everything going the Chargers' way. At the end of 1, it's Chargers 33, Eagles 6. Who's back there? DJ Jones. So we're back to start the second quarter. They flip ends of the field. Snook lined up to punt the ball out of their own end zone. Guess who's back to return? DJ Jones. DJ Jones, he's standing on his own 30.
If he's able to field this ball where it looks like he's expecting to, look out. It's going to be good field position either way.
Snap is good. The punt. DJ Jones going to call for the fair catch at the 29. So Cornerstone once again has good field position.
Yeah, like you said earlier, that's a disciplined play by Jones. You know, it'd be easy for him to get out there and want to run up some more stats or do more than he really needs to at this point. It's 33-6. You know, you take the fair catch, set up your offense, and it's been effective for you. There's no reason to think that it's not going to work so far tonight.
Cornerstone does come out in a different formation. DJ Jones out wide to the left. Chargers are going to have to be going to have to take a timeout. There's a lot of confusion with personnel and formation. So Coach Lee takes a timeout. They're going to talk it over. With 11:48 left in the second quarter, Chargers up big. Cornerstone, 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Adams hands it off. Not much room to go there. They're going to take a 2-yard loss. So Snook gets some pressure, gets into the backfield, and brings Cohen Hewitt down for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, first carry we've seen from Hewitt tonight. May see Cornerstone try to get some of their younger players involved, get them some game time experience.
Mixing up the formation this drive. Zeke Adams takes a snap. He looks left. DJ Jones is wide open. He hits him. DJ Jones with a guy on his back. Going to get inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So Jones not only doing it on the ground, now with a reception.
Yeah, a little different formation that time. Saw Adams in the backfield taking the shotgun snap. He's joined back there by Hampton Etheridge, number 1, and number 33, Cohen Hewitt. Not much pass pro for those guys to do on that play, though. Just a quick little toss and catch. Hits Jones in the numbers.
Trips right. Zeke Adams takes a snap. He rolls right. He looks. He's got a man in the end zone. It's DJ Jones, and he barely overthrows him. A good read. DJ Jones beat his man. He was on that inside post and just barely overthrown by Zeke Adams.
Yeah, I tell you, the freshman's got to be excited there. He's got a guy behind the defense in the end zone. But, you know, you and I talked pregame about this. Adams been very impressive this year. A lot of poise in the pocket. He's just a freshman, so he's seeing a lot of things for the first time. And I tell you, he plays like a kid that's older than a freshman.
Coach Lee trying to give the play to Zeke Adams. They're going to get a delay of game or a timeout right here. Oh. Ooh. I thought they got it off.
Official on the far side, yeah, they're signaling false start. Looks like Cornerstone maybe never got set, trying to get it off in too big a hurry, and it'll cost them 5.
They surprised me a little bit. I thought they got it off when it didn't look like they had any chance to, but apparently it was a little late. Both of the side judges throwing the flag. So Cornerstone now backed up. 2nd and 15. Zeke Adams back to throw again. He rolls to the right with some pressure. He throws.
Oh, Cohen Hewitt would like to have that one back. You see him kind of grab his helmet there. Ball hits him right in the breadbasket. Nice toss by Adams. Just one of those that, hey, you have those sometimes. Sometimes you're too wide open.
Adams did a good job of getting it to him quickly, hopefully where he could turn and have some time to make a play before the defense gets there, but goes right through the hands. Hewitt this time goes to the left. Hampton Etheridge in the backfield. Zeke Adams back to throw. Getting some pressure, and they get to him. Herman, he's looking for DJ Jones about 5 yards up the field from the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be 4th down from the 24-yard line.
Nice job there just to get rid of the ball, not take the big loss. Cornerstone that time along the line of scrimmage, able to get a little better protection. There eventually was some pressure. Took a while for the routes to develop, but looks like Cornerstone kind of getting things going on the offensive line maybe too. Give Adams a little more time. He's able to let plays develop.
So 4th down, DJ Jones in the backfield. They're going to get a false start. Now it's going to be 4th and 20. So they're looking for the throw on this drive. 4th and 20 now. You got to imagine they're going to either punt it or throw it. The way they've been running the ball.
Yeah.
Guess you got to second guess that a little bit.
4th and 20, not as intimidating as it typically would be when you're breaking off 40-yard plays at will.
Play clock now under 10. Zeke Adams in the backfield with DJ Jones to his right. DJ Jones goes, but Adams flush right. He's going to throw. He's got a wide open man. Another drop there. Jonah Murphy, the intended receiver, hits him in the numbers. He was going to have at least 10 to 15 yards, it looks like. And if he made a man miss, he might have had a chance at the first down or even more. Chargers going to give the ball over on downs. Snook stands tall on defense for the first time in a while.
Yeah, Murphy just ran a little out there, got behind the defense. He was open, and similar play so far. Adams receivers not helping him a ton. Had a couple of drops, but that's all right. We'll see the defense try to hold Snook here.
It's a deep pass. I don't know if that was a miscommunication on defense, but Corbin Hall back on the field on the outside trying to use his speed, get a chunk of yardage all at once. Ball came off of the hand funny of the quarterback, Robert Dunn.
Yeah, it didn't look like he really even took a lot of time to see that play develop. Cornerstone's gotten so much pressure up the middle, it just sort of took the snap and immediately fired left. You see Cornerstone free safety Zeke Adams make a break on the ball.
It's easy to talk about the snacks. It's easy to talk about the sacks, but those hurries are just as much of a game changer, making the quarterback make decisions quicker than he's used to and before he wants to. Incomplete pass there. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, so the play prior to that and then this last one, both were snapped to Chase Bohm, number 4. And Bohm definitely does not look comfortable in the pocket. We saw Hall look pretty comfortable early on, able to make some plays, but Bohm kind of shifty feet and getting rid of the ball maybe quicker than he'd like.
Bohm back there again. He's got a man, but intercepted by Zeke Adams. He's going to have some room. He's going to bring it all the way inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown, Chargers.
Fantastic job. Adams makes a nice break on the ball there, and you see the pick six. He was reading the quarterback's eyes the whole way. It was a similar play to what they ran the first time. It was incomplete, and Adams able to jump the route. And we got a flag on the field here. Let's see what the call is.
It's going to be a holding during the return. He gave a signal for holding, but I believe he called out illegal block in the back.
He did, yeah. Verbally, he said block in the back against Cornerstone. So Cornerstone going to retain possession. Hey, call it back or not, fantastic play by Adams. Great break on the ball and able to haul it in.
Cornerstone going to go back to the old trusty formation where they've gotten a chunk of yardage almost on every play. DJ Jones in the backfield. This is going to be a false start. Looks like everybody moved maybe except the center. So some miscommunication there on the snap count.
Nothing worse if you're a center, man. I played a little center in school, and those are the worst.
When the center's the one that messes up, you know it. Everybody else moving.
There's no hiding it. You can't look across from you and say, hey, that guy flinched. your whole line's looking at you.
Adams takes a snap, hands off to DJ Jones. This time he kicks it outside, makes Hall miss, runs over another defender. He's going to pick up about 6 yards, so a nice run. DJ Jones. Excuse me, I said 6 yards. 11 yards after the penalty.
Yeah, nice job. Now we're back to a second and about 4.5 here. Very manageable down and distance.
Last drive, Cornerstone wanting to throw the ball a little bit, spread some receivers out. Now they're back to their formation that's worked so well. DJ Jones takes the snap. He's got a hole. He's going to go again. Touchdown number 5 for DJ Jones. There is absolutely nothing Snook can do to stop him so far in this game.
Yeah, he takes that one in, 35 yards, so add that to the unofficial total, and man, Jones just putting on a show. One cut, makes a guy miss. He's just so athletic. At times, when he gets in the open field, it almost looks like a guy playing with his little brothers. He's made guys miss pretty badly. See him coming out now for a breather, and Cohen running on to Spelling.
The kick barely over the crossbar, but it's good. 40-6 with 7:43 left in the second quarter. With that run, DJ Jones, I know it's an unofficial count, but he is over 200 yards rushing in the first half alone. 5 touchdowns, everything going right on the ground for Cornerstone.
Yeah, you know, we're close enough that we can hear a lot of the speech from the Cornerstone coaches, certainly, but that time you could hear the Snook coaches encouraging the defensive line. Hey, you know, we're not getting the pressure that we were earlier. My linebackers are doing all the work. He's telling those guys to step up and get some pressure, and they just weren't able to get it done. Jones takes it to the house.
Goodwin tees it up. So far this season, he wore number 33, wearing 59 tonight. And it won't be too much longer at this pace that the Chargers are going to hit that 59 on the scoreboard. Goodwin kicks it, hits about the 30, rolls past the 20. Picked up by number 7 for Snook, Trevor Solorzano.
Bless his heart. Solorzano fields the ball, ground ball style on about the 17, makes about 7 yards, and as contact's bearing down on him, he just takes a knee. Contact was never made. He just decided he wanted no part of that. I got to say that's a first for me. I've never seen a player take a knee in that situation, but
well, coach probably said try to get more than 5.
Right.
Once he got it, he was like, all right, job done.
You'd hear a slight chuckle come from the Cornerstone sideline fan base. I don't think I'd seen it either.
Bohm throws, and it's overthrown a little bit, but the intended receiver, Brady Long, gets enough of a hand on it to knock it away and not give a chance for the secondary to get a chance at an interception.
Kind of curious why we're not seeing Hall. You can tell, obviously, the Snook coach, Keith Smith, sort of grasping for something to work. We've seen Dunn at quarterback. We've seen, of course, started with Hall. Hall looked to be the best of the bunch, but now we're seeing Bohm. Hall still playing. I wonder if it was something with his arm.
Bohm with an empty set. He tries to hit Hall out to the left, but he overthrows it. That's going to be incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 10. So Snook calling one of the simpler plays to execute. Catch it and throw it to your left and let your playmaker make a play, but it was wide right on the throw. Incomplete.
Yeah, no read there, just a simple pitch and catch and not able to execute.
Five wide. This time Bohm takes off to the left. He's got a lot of pressure. There's nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down for a loss of about a yard. Going to bring up 4th and 11. Evan, it reminds me of last week when Crenshaw, very good football team, defending champions from a year ago, just put it on Cornerstone. Cornerstone dealing with a lot of injuries. Well, this week it's flipped. Snook now dealing with some injuries, some guys that have taken some hard hits and obviously not feeling 100%. And there just seems to be nothing that Snook is able to execute against the defense. There's going to be a flag. I think they were in formation with 12 men on the field.
Stepping it off now. That's going to move the ball back to just inside the Snook 20.
It was 12 men on the field. He gave the signal for false start or illegal procedure. Low snap, it bounces. Punter gets it away. Not a lot of pressure from Cornerstone, understandably. DJ Jones fair catches it on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying a while ago, you look at the types of play calls that you're seeing from Snook, the personnel decisions, it just sort of reeks of that desperation of, hey, we got to get something going. And so far, nothing they've tried has worked. And if you're Cornerstone, that's a great feeling. Hey, we've found what works for us, and we're going to stick with that until they prove that we've got to go to something else.
DJ Jones and Logan Lightsey off to the sideline for a breather.
A couple of late additions for Cornerstone there. Brody Intrican.
Zeke hands the ball off. This is going to be a nice run. Nice job. He breaks a tackle or two. Ooh, takes a hard hit there at the end as he was going down. He's going to pick up about 13 yards. Cohen Hewitt, a nice run up the middle. But like I said, sort of took a shot in the chin as he was going down.
Yeah, good hard run. Looked like they held him up. Had him held up at one point. Oh, now we got a Snook player down.
As they check on the injured Eagle, we're going to break away. 5:42 left in the first half. Cornerstone 40, Snook 6. We are back at Michael Brandon Willis Memorial Stadium, where the Chargers are taking on the Eagles of Snook Christian Academy out of Foley. A lot of running done. There's a fumble. So Cornerstone makes their first mistake on offense. A fumble there by Cohen Hewitt up the middle. Snook gets their first turnover. Let's see if they can get a little bit of momentum before halftime.
Ball recovered by number 72 there, Kyle Votaw from Snook Christian. Of course, at this point, you're not going to see any sort of panic on the side of Cornerstone. They've been able defensively to hold Snook with the exception of one long play by Corbin Hall. All right, we got a timeout on the field.
With that timeout, we will take a timeout. Chargers up 40-6. Snook with the ball on their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Looks like we've got a different quarterback back there now. Number 21, who we didn't have a number for. Looks like he's behind center in the shotgun with number 8 beside him, Tyler Cohen. Maybe a little bit of movement, but no. There's going to be a throw out to the left side for Corbin Hall. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles.
Oh, a late addition. Not sure what's going on with the jersey numbers there. You see number 79 running out for Snook. We don't have a number 79 either.
I've seen a couple of the guys putting on different jerseys on the way onto the field. I don't know if that's because they have duplicate numbers on the field. I know that happens in college some, not a lot in high school that I'm aware of.
Well, the size of these rosters, you'd think it'd be unique numbers for everybody, but maybe not. Maybe just need to make a player eligible. Or
21
ineligible.
remains at quarterback in the shotgun. He rolls to the right. He gets pressure. He's going to throw it anyway. Good effort there by number 20, Robert Dunn. A little bit of extracurricular activity with Lightsey putting a shoulder into the defender. He was the last man. They both were going at it a little bit, but Lightsey's going to get caught because he was the one that retaliated last. So.
Yeah, it looks like he's mixing it up there with number 23, Brady Long. Those two guys, a little scuffle after the play. And
they're going to call that a personal foul, 15 yards.
15. Cornerstone obviously not happy with that call, but hey, look, it's not always the guy who, typically is the guy who is in retaliation that gets called for it. The guy that gets the first shot in, not always on the ref's radar.
And the official was right there at the play. I imagine he's telling them to, hey guys, settle down, and then one more shoulder. That's when he threw the flag.
Ball now at midfield. See if Snook can get back into Cornerstone Christian territory for the second time tonight. A lot of alignment issues for Snook. Looks like now we got a delay of game on Snook.
They're going to throw a flag on a delay of game, but the official was trying to answer a question. for Snook. Honestly, if they enforce this penalty, I think there was just a mistake. They should have reset the play clock. They're going to wave off the flag. That's probably the right call there.
Sure.
That was not the Snook offense's fault that the play clock ran all the way down.
Cornerstone showing blitz.
They get the ball to Hall off to the right. He's met in the backfield. Big hit there for Cornerstone. Noah Schober, who already has a touchdown, now has a tackle for loss. Hall continues to take big hit after big hit.
Yeah, Schober's probably had his share of abuse tonight. Seems like every time he gets the ball in the open field, there's somebody bearing down on him. That time Schober able to make the lick.
Cornerstone continues to get pressure. This time they go with a three-man front. Bring Goodwin from defensive end position. Going to be a false start. That's going to back him up 5 more yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 20. Seems like we've called out 2nd and long and 3rd and long all night for the Snook offense. Ball's on the 39-yard line.
Yeah, number 21 there, he who shall remain nameless. He saw Goodwin bearing down on him there, and you could tell even before the whistle blew, he didn't want any.
Empty backfield. They've only got 4 men on the line. Goodwin with the sack and forced fumble. The ball's still on the ground. There's going to be a scuffle. Let's see who gets the ball.
Schober's in the mix. They signal Cornerstone ball. Ball recovered by number 58, Stephen Fanning. Young guy falling on the ball there. Nice job, Fanning. Get in there and mix it up.
Looks like he took the brunt of a hit down there, but he got in that pile, got the ball. A turnover by Snook once again. A big play there by the young fella.
A lot of times as a coach, that's what you want to see. Hey, are my young guys, do they shy away from contact? He stuck his nose in there, able to come up with a recovery.
Goodwin got to the quarterback, unabated, put a big lick on him. It's going to be a forced fumble and a sack credited to him. Cornerstone going back with their formation. This is going to be a run to the right unless they get fancy. This time it's handed off inside to Goodwin. Goodwin runs over a couple of guys. Gets pretty close to the first down. He's going to be about a yard short. Nice run there by Goodwin. A little wrinkle out of that formation.
Yeah, a little run in the B gap there, coming from right to left, and Goodwin able to just drag guys with him. Wasn't like there was a huge hole, but once he made contact, there was no stopping that momentum.
So a nice spot there. Gives him a first down, actually. Ball on the 29. Nobody wide for the Chargers. Zeke Adams takes the snap. This time it's going to number 56, and he's got some room. And he goes down all the way to the 5. That's Justice Adams, the senior, getting the carry. Tell you what, for as big as he is, he's got some athleticism and some quickness.
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen him make plays on defense, now getting it done on offense. They put the ball in his hands. I like the play call there. We're seeing that same, I don't know what you'd even call that formation. It's been Cornerstone's bread and butter tonight, but Cornerstone lining up in that same familiar formation, just mixing up the play call from that and maybe catching Snook off guard a little.
.44, Jonah Murphy joins the backfield, and he takes the handoff to the left. He actually puts the ball on the ground. Snook forces the fumble. Number 76 covers it up at about the 9-yard line. So the Chargers cough it right back up with a turnover of their own. Tough break. You know, you're getting some of your younger guys and guys in positions that they're not used to due to injury, some, but due to the score and getting some experience at other places, you're going to have some of that.
There'll be plenty of coaching opportunities. Murphy, I'm sure, will hear about that later when he sees that on film. Learn and grow, and you always want to do it when you're up big. Hard to simulate the game environment in practice, so anytime you get a chance to get some young guys some touches, you want to take advantage of that.
Snook left on the slow getting set. I don't know if they're going to get this play off. The answer to that would be no. So they're going to back themselves up 5 more yards, which will put them at the 5-yard line. They need to go 95 yards in 1:23. I don't think their total offense has hit that mark yet in the first half. They've just struggled. Cornerstone getting great pressure, making open field tackles when they need to. Not to mention that their offense has had the ball for a lot of the time, and big play after big play helps out. Crooked numbers on the scoreboard seemingly every minute.
Yeah, I think even if you take into account Hall's big run early on, they still don't have 95. So it would be out of character from what we've seen from them for them to.
Cornerstone
make
loads
this
the
drive.
box. Hall is back at quarterback, and he takes a run around the left side, and he's got some room. He picks up a first down and more. He's going a huge hit again on Hall. Oh, and I dropped my
Tackle
clipboard.
made by number 4, DJ Jones.
A big hit on Hall. He's taken so many. There's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. This run's not even going to count.
Yeah, I thought for a moment there I had spoken too soon, talking about Snook's offense not making 95 yards, and I thought for a moment he may run free down the sideline. Snook will replay the down. Ball placed on the 4-yard line.
Cornerstone got a lot of men right there at the line of scrimmage. Zeke Adams, the safety, is back. Tell you what, Corbin Hall's got some wheels, and he's got a lot of room. He's going to pick up a first down again. I don't see any flags on the play this time. He breaks another tackle. Zeke Adams is the only one behind him at this point. He's going to slow him up a little bit, but Hall keeps going. 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is tripped up at the 3-yard line. Give him credit. Hall has been their guy. He's had the most touches. Obviously, that's the man that they want, the ball in his hands. He's gotten hit so many times, Evan, and he comes up with a big 92-yard run to get it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, Noah Schober able to trip him up there just to avoid the score. See if Cornerstone can prevent them from going in right here. 34 seconds left to half. Nice run by Hall.
34 seconds. They do not have a timeout left, so they've got to be smart here. Hall takes it off. He's got a hole, and he is tackled, but not before he crosses the end zone. So Corbin Hall, the story on that play, a 90-plus yard run for him. After what's been going on in this first half, he's still fighting even though he's taking some big hits, and he may be a little banged up, but he gets his second touchdown of the night. And I believe that score should be 40-12. The scoreboard actually shows 40-13. Maybe they were just very optimistic about this extra point.
Corbin Hall, just a 10th grader also. That's a kid that I'm sure Snook is looking forward to a bright future from.
The Eagles huddle up. Play clock at 10. Hall back at the quarterback position with number 21 to his right. Hall takes a snap. He hands the ball off to 21. 21 goes up the middle. He actually puts the ball on the ground. Cornerstone going to fall on it. So the 2-point attempt fails. So Cornerstone 40-12. Evan, give Snook credit. Not a lot has gone their way. They had 1:23 left on the clock. The ball was on their own 4-yard line. They get a huge play and are able to score going into halftime. That does a little something for morale. You got a lot of game time left. You get a little bit of momentum going into halftime, assuming you can hold them here for the last 23 seconds. But what does it show you as a coach when you've got a guy like Corbin Hall fighting tooth and nail to get every yard?
Well, that's what you want to see, just resiliency out of your guys. They're not going to lay down. Like I said, Hall's a sophomore, showing some grit about him. And you know you're getting the ball in the second half, so always nice to come away with a score on the final drive before half.
So, sort of a double kicker situation like we talked about. He kicks it hard on the ground. Picked up by Lightsey. He's going to pick up a few yards, get across the 50. Nice job keeping those feet moving. Logan Lightsey fields the ball cleanly, picks up a few yards. Ball's going to be placed about the 45-yard line, maybe the 46.
Yeah, nice job by Lightsey there. When he fielded the ball, it kind of looked like he'd be doing well just to get back to midfield. He's able to actually cross midfield and, like you said, keep those feet churning and grind out a couple extra yards. Cornerstone got 17 seconds here. Let's see if they're content to take it to the half or try to take it to the house.
Referee was on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage. They reset the play clock. Snap goes to Adams. He hands the ball off to DJ Jones. Guess what? He's got a lot of room down the right side. He's going to have his 6th touchdown of the half. So, forget the momentum for Snook. A handoff play, which has worked so well. This time, a 46-yard scamper by Jones, his 6th touchdown of the night. Well over 200 yards already. Cornerstone having their way with Snook this evening.
Yeah, same formation we've seen. Adams taking the shotgun snap. He's got 2 backs to his right. He's got DJ Jones behind him. All the motion on the offense to the right. Handoff to Jones, and Jones able to take it to the house. Cornerstone, nice job there just to counter punch. You know, you kind of take one on the nose and able to come back and land one of your own.
Well, this game has been a story of big plays really on both sides. We had a big touchdown scamper by Corbin Hall, which was the first touchdown for the Eagles. He also set up their second touchdown, which happened just a moment ago with a 90-plus yard run. But Cornerstone comes back. DJ Jones again, this time from 46 yards away, scores his 6th touchdown of the night.
And not many guys can say at any level they've had a 6-touchdown game, much less a 6-touchdown half. And I tell you, hey, 6 seconds on the clock. Don't go anywhere. We haven't seen either team really sustain an offensive drive, but we've seen big plays all night. Been kind of a track meet.
DJ Jones with quickness and speed. He's had a lot of room, but he's used his athleticism to make some folks miss, prolonging some of those big runs.
You got a guess here? You think Goodwin kicks it deep or same pooch kick we've been seeing across the field?
I think whatever happens, the officials are going to let this clock run out. And I can't blame them. 47-12 here at Michael Brandon Willis Memorial Stadium. Goodwin to kick. He kicks it deep. It is fielded by number 20, Robert Dunn. Dunn takes it to the 25. He reverses course. He goes left. He's got some room over here if he can pick up a block. He does pick up a block at the 45. He's all the way to the 40. But Cornerstone drags him out about the 35-yard line. So the first half will end there. Whew. It has been all Cornerstone. DJ Jones leading the way with 6 touchdowns in the first half. 262 yards on the ground unofficially. So a career night for him here at senior night. As we go into halftime, Chargers up big, 47-12. Here we are back to start the second half at Michael Brandon Willis Memorial Stadium. Goodwin to kick off with the Chargers leading 47-12. He kicks it deep. Ball goes to Trevior Solorzano. He doesn't have a lot of room. He does make a couple of guys miss and gets a little bit. He's going to get out to the 28-yard line. Good effort there, but a nice job covering the kick by Cornerstone. You can see the coaches are fired up. You know, there is a chance with this big lead that you might come out here flat in the second half. But a young man, one of their younger players, makes a tackle.
I think the cause for excitement there, number 5, Cooper Etheridge, making that solo tackle. Nice job on the coverage by Etheridge. Let's see if Cornerstone can come out and maintain the level of pressure they were able to get on Snook's quarterback. Looks like they're going back to number 21 again at quarterback.
Looks like the referee has asked the timekeeper for a running clock. 3 seconds on the play clock. Number 21 goes to the right. He picks up a couple, but he's met there by Justice Adams, who makes the tackle.
Yeah, big time contact there. I think Justice Adams maybe got the worst of it as he's making the tackle. Goodwin lowers the boom, and Adams moves the runner out of the way, and they end up collides with his own teammate. No problem there. The guys get up and kind of laugh it off.
Snap goes to 21. He's met again. Justice Adams at the line of scrimmage brings him down.
Yeah, nice job there by Adams. He recognizes the keeper right away, sheds his blocker, and pretty much immediately brings him down for no gain. A lot of production on this Cornerstone team out of the seniors. Good to see some plays made by some younger guys, because the senior squad tonight on senior night just definitely having a field day. Been the majority of the production for Cornerstone.
Noah Schober back at safety with Adams. 21, he's going to pick up a few more yards this time, but it won't be nearly enough. He's going to have about 4 yards to go, so 4th and 4.
What do you do here? If you're Snook, you're down 47-12. 4th and 4 is probably one of the most manageable 4th downs you've seen all night. I'm not sure you don't take a stab at it. If you turn it over on downs, Cornerstone takes over at the 35. They've taken over in Snook territory almost all night, so we'll see what Snook dials up.
They've got a 35-point lead, but there's still half the game to be played, so if you can break a couple of big runs, which we've seen Corbin Hall do already. Cornerstone comes hard, pulls back. They have Chris Bohm at quarterback. There now is a flag. It's going to be a false start. That's going to back them up 5.
Yeah, there you see that's a design hard count all the way. Twice, Cornerstone actually had a guy step into the neutral zone. He's able to stop himself and get back before the snap, and then the second hard count results in the flag. So I think we're going to see a first down. Although I do not see the referees stepping the ball off.
They may be calling this on Cornerstone. I haven't seen them make a call, so they're pulling the flag. I'm not sure what happened there. No penalty, according to the officials.
They called movement. I hear the announcer there say movement by both sides. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. You've either got a false start or offsides. Here the Cornerstone coaches imploring their guys to key on the ball, not on the snap count. Don't want to fall for this hard count again.
Bowman out quarterback in the shotgun. He takes a snap and rolls left. A lot of pressure Guess who?
Big play.
Huge hit there by Justice Adams. We've called his names 3 times now just on that drive alone. He hits the ground hard, does boom. Justice Adams lands on the ball, pops free, but he was down. Cornerstone, after that 4th down play, now it's going to be a 1st down.
Big time play by Adams there. He's coming all the way from the backside. Pretty much every play, the defensive ends seem to be just kind of pinning their ears back and teeing off on guys in the backfield. And you see Adams come on a blitz there. Pursuit from the backside. He's able to run him down and make the tackle for a loss.
Certainly a lot of protection issues that they're trying to sort out there, and they better find an answer quickly. Cornerstone with a huge first half, highlighted by DJ Jones, 6 touchdowns. They put 47 points on the board. They hold the Eagles to 12 points. They're going to check on the injured player. We're going to take a break. 7:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Cornerstone up 47-12 on the Eagles.